Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great and you might have viewed and enjoyed the previous video in which Pierre has shared his vision about his startup Monarch Labs and also shared his knowledge related to the fields of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology and current market state. So today we will be having Wladimir Weinbender, who is the co-founder of DIVA Protocol. So I'll be asking him some questions related to DIVA Protocol and also what they guys are doing at DIVA in terms of future products and scope. So without a further ado, let's welcome Wladimir. Hello Wladimir, thanks for joining in. I hope you are doing great.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so first of all, I would like you to introduce yourself and what you are doing at DIVA Protocol. I think the audience might want to know.
Yes, definitely. So my name is Wladimir. I'm 35 years old, based in Switzerland, and I'm the co-founder of DIVA Protocol. My background is in financial mathematics, so I studied in Germany, Switzerland, and then started working in the financial industry and structured product credit risk, and most recently as a portfolio and risk manager at a Swiss private markets investment manager. And in 2017 I got into crypto. In 2018 I started learning Solidity, and in 2020 we started DIVA Protocol.
Okay, that seems great. So your background is mostly in finance, right?
Yeah, exactly. So my background is in finance, but during my studies I kind of acquired knowledge in programming. So this kind of became my passion next to my full-time job. So I kept doing some side projects, like scraping websites for betting odds or building market-making bots, and
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Wonderful. And I would like to know what is your motivation behind starting DIVA Protocol and what is the reason?
Yeah, I think the motivation is to build something that will last forever, or at least as long Ethereum will last, and something that is unstoppable, that is open for everyone to use and not gate kept by some financial institutions. So I think that's what's driving me. And with DIVA Protocol, we also want to contribute to the new financial paradigm that I strongly believe will come at some point and kind of take over the current financial system.
Okay, yeah, that sounds awesome. And you seem to be a lot motivated to take DIVA Protocol further.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been working on it now for 2.5 years. Final audit will start early next year, and after the audit and the mainnet deployment, this first critical step will basically be completed, and then the focus will shift on building use cases, building actual applications on top of DIVA Protocol. And while developing the smart contracts, we already started building use cases platforms in parallel. So we don't start from zero, but there are kind of applications that are already up and running and people can actually use, powered by DIVA Protocol.
Yeah, that sounds great, wonderful. And also I have seen some applications that are available in the form of products like insurance, structured and prediction ones. So would you like to elaborate a bit about those?
Yes, exactly, definitely. So DIVA Protocol is essentially a smart contract-based operating system to create and issue derivative products. So derivative product is basically any product where the payout depends on the outcome of an external event. So if you think about insurance, right? You buy insurance, you pay a small price, premium, and if your house burns down, so that's the external event, you get a payout, a certain amount, right? So it's essentially a derivative, which is called insurance. If you take a look at the bet, for instance, right? You bet that team A wins. If they do, you get a payout. If they don't, you get nothing, right? And the counterparty basically gets a payout. What else? Prediction markets is, in my view, just a different term for betting. And yeah, there are kind of like many examples in the real world that at its core have this basic mechanism, but have different terms. Also structured products, that's essentially like a conservative or like derivatives with more exotic payout functions. So not binary, but you basically, if the price of, say, Bitcoin drops below a certain threshold, you take a hit of, say, 20%, and then you kind of like go down linearly as the price declines. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, seems like there are a lot of
all derivatives.
seems like there are a lot of like financial terms in this, and the mathematical terms that you just spoke.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, exactly. So these different terms developed over time. And what is funny to me is that all these different terms also trigger different emotions with people, right? If you think about insurance, right? If I mention insurance, you typically have protection as an association, right? Something positive, right? If I mention prediction markets or betting, I mean, there in some jurisdictions it's forbidden, right, to create these markets, but at its core, it's all the same. And yeah, also, if you buy insurance, you must have taken a bet before. So most things in life are actually bets at its core. That's my view.
Totally. And like I've also seen like you guys are working at like for DIVA Donate. So would you like to elaborate a bit more about that? DIVA Donate, what's that?
Yes, definitely. So we recently launched a platform called DIVA Donate to facilitate conditional donations using blockchain and more specifically DIVA Protocol. So how this works is you as a donor, you can deposit funds and those get released to a beneficiary, say a farmer in Kenya, based on a predefined payoff profile. So which is linked to a predefined metric. So let's say, I don't know, if the rain amount falls below a certain threshold, the donation gets released. If the rain amount stays above that threshold, you as a donor, you can come, take out that money, and you can redeploy into new campaigns. So basically increasing the impact of every dollar that you commit as a donation. And think of it as an insurance where you wouldn't charge the other party a premium. You basically just would give it out for free, right? But you would not give them money directly, but you would link it to some publicly verifiable events. And yeah, so that's one use case which I'm personally very excited about because it has a positive impact on society. It will help people that suffer from climate change and all the implications that come with that, such as drought, floods, and other catastrophic events. And yeah, this platform is powered by DIVA Protocol because this conditional donation is also at its core a simple derivative.
Yeah, so like it's basically like having the impact on the insurance products that you are having, right? Like it's a part of the insurance product, we can say that.
Yeah, it's kind of like an insurance product, exactly. But you could say these conditional donation products are more generous, so they will trigger earlier than say comparable insurance product, right? And it's for free.
Yeah.
And everything is on the blockchain, everything is transparent, so you as a donor, you can at any point in time see when it's triggered, how much was triggered, who received that donation, and yeah, and it's globally accessible. So it's not a local thing, but DIVA Protocol. You can use DIVA Protocol on any application that builds on top from all over the globe. So basically increasing the pool of potential donors.
Okay, yeah, that seems great. So now I would like to ask a common question that I usually ask with like all the founders of a like early stage startups. Like, where are you seeing like your company DIVA Protocol in the next 5 years or so? If you can.
Yeah, so my goal is to establish a DIVA Protocol as a key infrastructure for exotic derivative products, be it conditional donations, be it conditional burn use cases as part of tokenomics, be it, I don't know, exotic tailor-made OTC derivative products for clients, right? Or, I don't know, being the go-to platform for people that are on Twitter that want to bet against each other, right? Which, as I mentioned before, is essentially a derivative, and there's currently no solution for that. So that's where I want to see DIVA Protocol in 5 years, and obviously also a lot of people that build very exciting applications on top without us needing to see that. So basically with the documentation, with the developer tools that will be available, they can get started themselves. So like right now with Ethereum, right? If you want to build a smart contract, there are so many tutorials, there's so much documentation material, right? You don't rely on Vitalik to go and teach you. Kind of like people do it out of like self-motivation, because they believe in that, because they love or see the potential that is possible with that kind of like tech. And that's, yeah.
Like it will be, so like it will be completely decentralized and automated at that point of time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now we have like the founding team, right? We kind of like seed some applications ourselves. But ideally this will become a self-runner and people kind of like realize all the different use cases they can build.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a goal we want to achieve over the next couple of years.
Okay. So like as nowadays, like most people basically, like most youngsters are looking forward to do their own startups, and they are basically very keen to do that. So like, what's your advice or suggestion that you want to give to the youngsters who are looking forward to do their startups, and especially in the field of blockchain, Web3, and the similar field of financial derivatives and all? If you want to give any suggestion.
You mean specifically for DIVA Protocol or just in general?
Yeah, just a general. If you want to give any advice to the to the youngsters who are looking forward to do their startups.
Yeah, I think so. I've been just thinking about myself, what brought me to where I am today. So I think you need to have like a great goal in mind, right? And you need to be consistent. So work on something every single day. Like if I can mention like my journey in learning Solidity programming, I started with online courses. Obviously at the beginning there was kind of like a lot of information, right? And you couldn't motivate yourself every single day, but to kind of like code. But you could do like reading, right? If you don't want to code, if you're not motivated, read something, right? Something that will kind of like potentially benefit you in the future. So kind of like these small steps, they actually add up a lot. So after 2-3 years, if you look back where you are and where you started, I mean, it will feel like a huge step. So it's like a consistency, small steps, and don't lose the goal. Don't forget about the goal, right? Always remind yourself where you want to go, what do you want to achieve, what is your motivation to work on that thing, and so that's probably very important characteristics. Obviously, market timing is important, right? You can have all of this if you launch your startup at the wrong point in time,
Totally.
it could become challenging. So don't give up. Believe in your idea, right? Maybe you have to tweak it a bit over time, but believe in your idea. Take feedback, even critical feedback. That's the most valuable typically, right? Don't be offended, but kind of like try to learn this type of feedback. And yeah, that I'm pretty sure you'll like your time will come. And
So yeah, like as you have mentioned, like you are, so like you started from the financial background and then you switched to the coding. So like what's the first like coding impact that you had at that time, like when you basically like actually what made you to do a shift towards the towards that technical
Yeah.
like the so actually like if I want to reframe this question in such a way that like what made you to basically switch from financial background to a coding background?
Yeah. So I mean, I think it was this new space, very exciting, not yet explored, right? With a lot of opportunities, right? The financial sector, I mean, it's like there are so many actors already. There are so many professionals focusing on, I don't know, doing investment research and things like that, trading stocks. I just felt I wouldn't be at an advantage if I be just another one in that space. While in crypto, I felt I'm early. I felt I understand the technology better than like the majority of people, right? And yeah, and I also just found this concept of programming money so exciting, right? It basically combines like my passion for finance and my passion for programming.
And also and also like in understanding the crypto, I think your financial background might be like a lot helpful in that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, actually, I started grasping the concept of money only after I got into crypto. I never questioned it before. So I've studied financial mathematics. I mean, they're just taken for granted that there is this fiat system, right? And it's governed by the government, right? It's controlled by the government or some monetary authority, right? It's not even questioned. I mean, that's just a given when you do this kind of studies. And yeah, it was just like, I don't know, I ran through the history of money when I started learning about crypto, and a lot of concepts in real life just started making much more sense once you start understanding what money is, right? And it just feels so powerful once you understand that, because when you watch these experts on television, right, which give you some advice, or some politicians which claim one thing, something, right, and you realize that doesn't make any sense what they're saying. It's a really powerful feeling, and that's what kind of like keeps me in crypto. And I'm very, very, let's say, optimistic about the future of DeFi and crypto. It just takes time, right? There's a lot of like so-called boomers in politics and the traditional financial space, but this new generation, this new crypto generation, right, is pretty young. So it will take 10, 20, 30 years maybe until these people actually gain a similar power than the current establishment. So we just need to be patient, keep building, and don't lose the focus.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's pretty much it. We have covered like the gist of like all the topics, like all the major things that we have planned to cover. Like anything else you want to add on? Do you want to basically give a message to the viewers or so?
Online. Yeah, I think, obviously, I'd like the viewers to follow us on Twitter, DIVA Protocol _IO.
Yeah.
And join our Discord to stay up to date.
Yeah, I will add in those links in the description down below. Yeah.
Perfect, exactly, to not miss out on any developments. So there will be a launch, the mainnet launch in April, which will be a big event. We're also running regular quiz sessions in our Discord where we will give out a claim on the DIVA token that will launch at the same time. And yeah, just be great to have the listeners on board. And if there are any people that are developers and are excited about building fintech applications on top of protocols like DIVA, just reach out, and we're very happy to help and support you on that journey.
Yeah, and also I've seen that you are fundraising, so you can also give a message about that as well.
Yeah, exactly. There is an ongoing fundraising round in order to bootstrap the application layer once everything is deployed on mainnet. So there's an opportunity to join us on that journey. And if there's interest, reach out to us via Twitter or Discord, and we'll get in touch.
Sure. Okay. So it's really nice meeting you, catching up with you. And you have shared a lot of useful information. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much, Seals.
Right.
Bye-bye.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and get to know about Wladimir and also what DIVA Protocol is all about. So I'll be sharing the links of DIVA Protocol's Twitter page and their website in the description down below, so you guys can follow them in order to keep track the progress of DIVA Protocol and also keep supporting them in the amazing journey. Thanks for watching. See you soon in the next video.